Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Leslie, and as always, I am so grateful that you have decided to join me here today. Okay, so exciting news here on the homestead. I have been teasing my children that we are going to call our place the Funny Farm because they are a hoot and there's always never a dull moment with them. So we have recently expanded our horizons and we brought home 5 baby chicks. So we are going to attempt backyard chicken keeping and see how that goes. So if you want to check out my journey, follow me up on Instagram and we will be sure to update you on the goings on of all things chicks. So my children are very intelligent because my daughter doesn't like the idea of killing animals to eat. And I fully support if that's her decision, then that's great. But I also politely remind her that if you don't eat meat, it doesn't mean you just get to eat like crackers and chips and all the like junk food stuff. What it really means is you need to eat more vegetables. And once she realizes that, then she usually changes her tune. And it's not like she doesn't like meat. It's a little bit more of the process of eating or killing the animal that she doesn't like. And I understand that. And my personal viewpoint on that perspective, didn't think I would go into this topic when we first started, but my personal perspective is that this is the circle of life and the lion doesn't think twice when he goes to kill the zebra. So we are all here for a divine good, and that's just how things are. And if we really wanted to get into that whole spiel, which we're not going to, but you could also argue that the plants and vegetables that we grow are living things as well, and we kill them for nourishment as well. So anyway, random segue into today's topic, but yeah, so the kids are super excited about these baby chicks, and we have had the biggest debate over what to name our chickens. I wanted to go like crazy old lady names. Like I was thinking Gertrude and Blanche and, Dorothy, Beatrice, those kinds of things. My daughter immediately vetoed all of our names. So we had a little family battle going on about all that. And then my husband actually started the process rolling, and he suggested the name Smalls. And we all just loved it because we are very big movie buffs in this household. And Smalls actually comes from the movie The Sandlot, which Tom and I loved as children, and we have now passed that love on to our kids as well. But so the actual quote in the movie is like, "You're killing me, Smalls." So we just thought that'd be hilarious to like say to the chickens. So Smalls is one, and then it kind of spiraled from there. All of the chickens' names are related back to a movie quote. So another one is Snowflake. And if you are a fan of the Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie, that was back out, I think, in the early 90s. There is when he's hunting for the dolphin Snowflake, he comes into a shark tank and he sees a shark and he's like, "That's not Snowflake." And starts running. So that's another name. Now the next name, even though it is a boy's name, we didn't really care because this is a favorite movie. Actually, I think it's my husband's favorite movie of all time. And the next chicken's name is Kevin. So we were just kind of thinking like it'd be freaking hilarious if we just said, "Kevin, what did you do to your room?" Or like the coop from the movie Home Alone. So fun fact. The next movie or name is the name Blue, which comes from, I feel like I'm telling you, deep, dark Greek mythology, like origins of words, but it's not that deep. Anyway, the kids have not seen this movie, but because it's a little too graphic for them still, but it's a Will Ferrell movie, old school. And in one of the scenes, they yell out, "You're my boy, Blue." Only we'll have to change it to like, "You're my girl, Blue." And this chicken actually is going to lay blue eggs. So it's kind of fitting. And then the last one is Margot, and she is from another Christmas movie, Christmas Vacation. We find ourselves all the time in the middle of the house. Somebody can just say, "Why is the carpet all wet, Dad?" And somebody else in the house will answer with, "I don't know, Margot." So there is your history. It was probably way longer than it needed to be about the history of the names of our chickens. And we are super excited for this journey. So we won't actually get eggs until probably September, from what I am learning. They don't start laying eggs till roughly around 18 weeks. So we just have a summer of fun with them right now. Just making sure they're eating and all that fun stuff. But let's dive into today's topic. With the long weekend coming up and the Easter holiday, one of the things we quite often forget to do is protect our energy. And, maybe your family is completely back to normal. And I know a lot of people have a lot of family things, gatherings on the weekend. And sometimes we forget to take care of our energy. We just get so caught up and so busy with the goings on of these holidays that we forget to take care of ourselves first. And when we are not taking care of ourselves first, that's when we get depleted, and that's when our energy begins to dwindle. is when we are so busy focusing outward that we forget to take care of inward. So, a few tips and tricks if you are going to a family event where, some of the people might not be your favorite, but you have to take care of your energy in those situations. One of the favorite things I like to do is bubble up. So, what that means is imagining that you are in a giant white golden bubble of protective energy. If when you were a young kid, you used to say the saying, "I'm rubber, you're glue, bounces off me and sticks to you." Just kind of envision that your outer bubble has that sort of bounciness to it. So it just doesn't come into your field of energy. And it's just like also putting on your suit of armor. One of the things I don't think I've talked about before is also making sure as moms, our kids are more sensitive to the energies around us, and they don't know how to process things like this. So watch for the signs and learn how to teach your children to protect their own energy. I've heard of, now this is kind of off topic, but I've heard of an amazing thing that some parents have done. Now, this is when their kids are older and, they're staying at friends' houses a bit more. If your child doesn't want to go, then you can become the fall person. And if they come to you and say, whether you have a secret code word or whatever, Mom, I don't really want to go. Can you just say no? Honoring that factor and really tuning into and paying attention to your child's energy when they are in these spaces, because sometimes they don't realize how to protect their own energy, and they wouldn't. They're just learning all these new things. So tuning into your kids and listening to what's going on with them, and not just listening to their verbal cues as to what's going on with them, but also listening to their energy, because mothers have that sense, right? We can tell. And if you need to leave a situation early because you're picking up on something from that kid, listen to that, trust that. And it just goes back to learning to trust your own intuition when it comes to your child too, about yourself and about your child, doing what is best for them. So if you're getting the instinct that, this maybe isn't the right time, or there's something telling me that not to go today, honor that, because that is how you strengthen that muscle, by listening to it more and more. And, whether you're teaching your kids to bubble up their energy as well when they go into these situations. Sometimes when there's lots of family in, or not just necessarily family, lots of people in a space, it can be very distracting or draining on your energy. And when you take these protective measures, that is how you keep yourself safe, keeping those boundaries. And then at the same time, just finding that balance of enjoying yourself in the weekend, enjoying the downtime to yourself, and enjoying that quality time with your family. And one of the other best things that you can do too is, if you're going into a situation and you don't really feel like canceling or whatever, but you're like, oh, this is going to be the most horrible thing that I have ever, I know it's going to be horrible. I don't even want to go to this thing. One of the ways to switch your energy around it is what if that situation gets to be even better than you imagined? So flipping the script that is playing in your head. And maybe it is the most wonderful time that you have. And the person that you are dreading ending up seeing, and it's not that it's that all the time either, because there is that's just the immediate example that pops to my head. But when that happens, you can flip the script and maybe that person doesn't even show up, but it allows space for you to open up and expand. So just be mindful. I think my biggest takeaway from this episode for you is to be mindful of your energy. Listen to those intuitive nudges. They're not just there for shits and giggles. They're there to guide you. And really remember and listen to those nudges you're getting from your kids. So, with that said, I hope you guys have a happy Easter and enjoy your long weekend. Because one of the things that is guaranteed in life is that we won't get these moments again. These moments with our kids, or these moments of peace and joy and all that good stuff. So just enjoy your time. Find something to look forward to this weekend. If you don't have anything to look forward to, I guarantee there will be something that you can find. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and we will chat soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.